สวัสดีครับทุกท่านครับผมเป็นเกียรติมากที่ได้มีโอกาสมาเป็นผู้พูดในวันนี้นะครับ First, I want to express my gratitude to the Royal Thai Embassy, to the U.S. Asia Institute, and the East-West Center for collaborating to make my TANIP experience possible. Thank you to the Royal Thai Embassy, Mr. Ambassador, Pimo and P-Gift, for your devotion to serving the global Thai community and your commitment to support me during this short period of time. I would also like to thank the U.S. Asia Institute, specifically President Mary Sue Bissell and her colleagues Zev, Christina, and Alec. I know that coordinating this program, especially during these hard times, was extremely difficult and posed challenges, but you were always accommodating and very caring. Lastly, thank you to Satu Lamai and Spencer Gross at the East-West Center in Washington for welcoming me into your Young Professionals program. My name is Reid Arné. I am a second-generation Thai American, born in California, but currently lives in Salt Lake City, Utah. I hold a bachelor's degree from Westminster College, where I studied finance and international markets, and I served a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Bangkok and in Laos. Currently, I am a prospective master's student studying international development studies at Chulalongkorn University in Thailand. My entire TANIP experience can be framed by one single question. What does it mean to you to be a Thai American? This has been a question that I have been asked my entire life. And when I was young, I struggled to formulate an answer that seemed substantive. But I do remember a turning point. It was on my 8th birthday when I received my grandpa's Thai dictionary. And for the first time in my life, I saw Thai script. I saw Thai text. And I remember being so overwhelmed and excited about how beautiful and elegant it looked. Up until that moment, I had been told by my parents my entire life that I was half Thai. But for a young boy living in suburban Connecticut, I struggled to connect meaning to this, connect significance to this. But now on my 8th birthday, I had a book. I had something that I can hold, something that I could feel and connect with. And I took that dictionary everywhere I went. My time in Washington, D.C. as a TANIP participant has provided similar effect to the Thai dictionary on my 8th birthday. The program has given me something that I can hold on to, experiences that I'll take everywhere, more evidence of what it means to be a Thai American. During my placement at the East-West Center in Washington, my racial identity encouraged my involvement in the center's collaborative project with the Thai Embassy entitled the United States Kingdom of Thailand Alliance and the Indo-Pacific. This project is still ongoing, but in its entirety will produce a series of webinars, publications, and closed workshops highlighting areas pertinent to U.S.-Thai-Asia relations and the Asia-Pacific's regional order. Providing research for this project has enabled me to understand more fully security issues, international relations, climate issues, and people-to-people ties, both from a U.S. perspective and a Thai perspective. The habitual practice of engaging with each country's view on a singular issue has reminded me of the dual responsibility Thai Americans have in representing Thailand and the United States. To be Thai American means to be in two places at once. It means having to cross the Pacific Ocean and return without even leaving. Interning at the East-West Center emphasized the unique position I am in to passionately advocate for both countries that I love, bridging cultural gaps and extending an already almost 200-year friendship. In my time in Washington, D.C., I was also able to work events on behalf of the East-West Center. One memorable event was the East-West Center and the U.S. ASEAN Business Council's joint launch of their 5th edition of ASEAN Matters for America publication. It was at this event where I met the Royal Thai Embassy staff for the first time. In a sea of people filled with distinguished diplomats and other DC executives, the Thai Embassy staff sought me out and took time to speak with me and to pause and to have a conversation with me. Their kindness and consideration shown to me on that day reinforced a message that is oftentimes lost in a country that is so large. Thai Americans matter, our people matter, and our stories matter. My mother was born in Chonburi, Thailand. She was taken from her home and sold as a young girl. And after 2 years, she was finally rescued by my grandmother and my grandfather, and they moved quickly to the United States. Even though they were very fortunate to come and start a new life, they lost a huge part of their identity in that entire process of immigration. If they had the support in the community that I have here today in this room, my Thai family would not have felt like they had to sacrifice who they are as people to succeed as Americans. I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have to reconnect with my roots here, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity the Royal Thai Embassy has given us. The TANIP program has left a deep impact on my life, and though I still have so much to learn in Washington, D.C., I now understand how the efforts of organizations both on and off the Hill coalesce to drive our country forward. Perhaps, though, the most significant takeaway from my experience in TANIP, however, is a fortified connection with my heritage. Now, when I am asked, what does it mean to be a Thai American, I know exactly what my answer will be. It means having Justin's devotion to his country, Lisa's quiet strength, Ty's beautifully inquisitive mind, Ashley's emphatic passion for life, Jeremy's love for people and its places, Kendrick's sound leadership, and Catherine's ability to deeply empathize with others. Thank you for your friendship and for your example. Though the Thai American community is small, we are resilient and strong because of people like you. I am aware now more than ever of the importance of a diverse representation in the public policy arena, and I encourage all Thai Americans, wherever they may be, to participate in this program. This program will push you to use your voice, but more importantly, it will strengthen the bond between your own Thai community and the United States of America. U.S.-Thai relations has a very bright future, and I'm grateful to be part of it. Thank you.